Good morning everyone, today we're going to be teaching SEGA how to make a proper event, because the 9th year anniversary event, the current autumn event, as well as the Sonic collaboration event, I feel like all three events really missed the mark and they are not playing to their strengths and they don't understand what the player base wants. So I'm hoping that this video will clarify things for SEGA so that they can make future events better. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So if you guys could hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first topic I want to discuss with you guys is the collaboration events. So in this case, it is with the Sonic event over here and how to achieve your goals. So SEGA, I can see over here that you have the Get Your Tweet On campaign going on because you want your Twitter account to grow and you want to get more exposure about the Sonic event. This is great. This is a very good goal because you want growth and you want cross-pollination between PSO2, Sonic, and all of your other SEGA titles. However, I believe the rewards as well as the approach could be executed better. SEGA, you really want to hit this 30,000 retweets, so you should entice us, the player base, by giving something that we really want. So what does the player base really want? We really want premium, or at the very least, we want shop access, because there's no free-to-play way to gain shop access. So what you could have done is bundled the Tails Mag device with like a 3-day shop pass, 7-day shop pass, or even a 1-month shop pass, and that would entice a lot of players to retweet this. A lot of people avoid Twitter because Twitter has a lot of negative connotations associated with it, and that's understandable that people just want to stray away from negativity and they simply don't want to bother with Twitter. However, if you guys really want to entice people to make a Twitter account to retweet your tweets, so forth and so on, then this is the way to do it. You give us, the community, something that we really want, and you guys already know this, that we really want access to the shop pass. And obviously I understand that there are bots, there are RMT, there's a whole bunch of other issues, and it might open a different can of worms, but what you can do is safeguard this by saying that only accounts created by this certain date and got to this achievement will get these shop passes. So for example, accounts created before September 1st and get one class to level 20 before the end of September will receive the shop pass as well as the mag device. If you don't achieve this goal, then you only get the mag device. Then that way it incentivizes people to play your autumn event, which is happening right now, because they want to get one class to level 20 at the bare minimum, and it also rewards everyone and incentivizes everyone to help you reach your goal on Twitter. So the next thing I want to address over here is the AC spending event. So spending up to 10,000 AC to get all of these motion items. I believe these items should not have been locked behind a paywall, mainly because Sonic is your intellectual property. You are not paying any royalties to any other company in order to use these assets that you created. So you guys should be promoting this IP through a free-to-play method, which requires people to invest more time actually playing your game, because that is the current issue that you guys have. You have a dwindling player base, less and less people are playing your game because there's not a lot of content to do in the game because people feel like it's not worth their time. But can you imagine if you can farm for the Motion Sonic Dash as well as the Motion Glide Tails, if you can get these through the seasonal points in the autumn event? For example, Motion Dash Sonic, make this 80,000 points, 100,000 points in order to get this motion item. People will farm for it. A lot of people will play your game, will grind through all of the stuff in order to get this item for free, and that's going to reflect a lot better in your numbers versus having people spend $100 in order to get a motion item. Sure, money is important, of course. However, during collaboration events, it's more about hyping the community into playing your game because there's a specific collab working together with PSO2 or with NGS. That is the purpose of collaborations. For example, I know you guys are cooking up the Demon Slayer collab sometime. I don't know when it's coming out, but I know you guys are definitely cooking this up. When that comes out, please let us have a free outfit with Tanjiro or with Nezuko where you can farm for it in-game. Use our seasonal points, exchange for these outfits, maybe have some different poses, different emotes that we can also get through farming or through playing the game. Put all these covenant items into the game that is farmable so that we actually have a goal to work towards and we are incentivized to play the game. So does this mean that SEGA, you guys can't make any money during collaboration events? Of course not. What you guys should do is have an AC banner or an AC gacha with premium items. However, you need to give a baseline or a goal for the free-to-play players to work towards so that people are incentivized to actually play the game, and for those people who don't have a lot of time to play the game but still want to look fabulous, they have the opportunity to just spend AC and buy the items that they want. So now that I'm done talking about collaborations, next up is going to be, of course, the autumn event. So if we can see right now at the autumn event, we have the item shop Zandy over here. When we talk to her, you're going to notice over here that you can exchange seasonal points for items. The very first thing I want to recommend SEGA is remove this 100,000 point limit. There's no point in having the 100,000 point limit over here because no one actually hits the limit because there are no items in the shop that are worth farming for 100,000 points. So what you guys should be focusing on is not limiting the player base. You should uncap this, let people farm as many points as they want, but you should be controlling the event shop. Have the event shop refresh every single week, however put a limitation there. That way the player base does not feel restricted and does not get this bad feeling of, oh, SEGA's trying to control how much we play every single day, because that's a really bad feeling. What you could do is really simple. So you see now how we can buy 200 alpha reactors right off the bat. Make it that we can only buy 100 alpha reactors every single week. However, have it refresh every single week so that you can buy another 100 the second week, another 100 the third week, and another 100 the fourth week, but make it additive. So for example, it's currently week 1, I can only buy 100 alpha reactors, but let's say that I don't have time to play that much. Well, don't worry. On the second week when I log on, that limit is now 200 alpha reactors. The third week it's 300 alpha reactors, and the fourth week it's 400 alpha reactors. You see how this is different? You're controlling the amount of things people can buy through the distribution of the prizes and not the limitation of how much people can farm. People can farm indefinitely. If you're crazy, you can get 1 billion points on the first week and then not play the game and just buy the items slowly in the event shop. That's perfectly fine if you want to do that. And it gives the player that much more freedom to play how they want, when they want, which is a win-win situation, okay? The next thing I want to address are the special weapon or the seasonal weapons. These weapons should feel powerful. At the current state of the game, it's only a 3-star weapon, the attack is relatively low, and the elemental, sure, it's an elemental weakness to all the seasonal enemies, but it doesn't feel powerful enough. What seasonal weapons should feel like is, this is the best in slot. You want to get the seasonal weapons, and what's more important is, do not limit the player base with the weapon types. You should have all weapon types so players can play however they want, whatever class they want, and give them that freedom of choice. By limiting the choices of weapons, you are ruining the player experience, because let's say that I only play Braver and you remove the katana. What do I do for the rest of this event? Because I only like playing Braver. Are you telling me that I should play a class that I don't enjoy? It doesn't make sense. Put all the weapon types and make them all 4-star or make them all 5-star, so everyone's like, holy crap, this is best in slot, we need to farm for these weapons, and it excites people, it gets people pumped up, and people will do the event because it's something that they want, it's something covenant. Next thing I'd like to see is weapon camos. Put limited weapon camos that are bound to the seasonal theme. So for example, with this autumn theme, have some autumn looking weapons that fit with the theme, that fit with the current outfits in the AC scratch, and have them farmable over here so that you can get a limited time weapon camo for free. It doesn't have to be a lot of weapon camos, you can just have one weapon camo that works on all the weapons, and boom, you're done. That is something that you guys could work on, because the strength of New Genesis is cosmetics. You guys make things look beautiful. Everything in the AC scratch, in the SG scratch, everything you guys have made in New Genesis, cosmetic wise, looks freaking fabulous. So play on your strengths. Make more cosmetic rewards which are farmable throughout the event in order to entice people to play the game, to play the event, and work through it. Because events are limited time activities which only happens every so often. So people should get excited for the events and want to play the event and can't wait for the next event. That's how events should work. Now, if making a seasonal weapon camo or a seasonal costume is simply too much work or too difficult, or for whatever reason you can't implement it here, there's another easier solution, and that is simply have an AC or an SG selector ticket in the item exchange shop. You can make it 100,000 points, it doesn't matter. Just have something there that people are like, holy crap, it's a selector ticket, I really should work towards that. Or if you feel like that is too generous and that might hurt your wallet, well, okay, it's fine, just put regular AC scratch tickets, regular SG scratch tickets into the item exchange instead. And last but not least, put more SG, more Meseta, as well as more materials into the item exchange. Again, you can control it, so maybe you don't want to flood the market with Might 3. Make it so that players can buy 10 capsules of Might 3 and 10 capsules of Precision as well as Technique every single week, and this refreshes additively again. So on the second week, we can buy 20 of them. However, if you bought 10 already, well then you can just buy another 10. On the third week, you can buy a total of 30. On the fourth week, you can buy a total of 40. I feel like that is very, very reasonable, and it incentivizes people to continuously play your game. So in conclusion, SEGA, you guys need to play to your strengths, which is making cosmetics. That is something that you guys are very, very good at. This is why a lot of people play your game, because you can buy a lot of really beautiful cosmetics, cosplay however you want, and make some very beautiful characters. This is your strength. You need to play to that and entice people into your game to play your events, because you give out free cosmetic items, because people are able to farm for specific items which they normally cannot obtain. This is what you guys should be doing. Second of all, you need to communicate more with the community to know what the player base wants. For example, shop passes. We want shop passes. I will tell you over and over again. I will make 5, 10, 100 more videos telling you guys that we want shop passes, because at the current moment, the economy is absolutely garbage because less and less people are scratching, and the free-to-play players have all of these god roll items which we can't do anything with, and they're just sitting in our storage. And there's another player out there that would really love to take my god roll Fixa 5 weapons, but I can't give it to them because I don't have access to the shop, nor can we trade. So please reach out to the community, see what people want. Actually, speaking about that, if I did miss anything in this video, let me know in the comment section below, because obviously I do not represent the entire community. This is just what I think, so I'd love to hear what other ideas you guys have. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!
What can I say except